Hey guys, I'm back again to talk to you guys about some more ingredients that's in our hair care line for hair growth. The rosemary products that we have. In the previous video I talked about in part 1 and 2 was the ingredients were rosemary as well as collagen. And today I'm going to talk about the onions that's in our products as well as caffeine that's in there. So those two I'm going to try to cover today. So let's talk. So we're going to start with the onions. So the benefit of the onions, why we use the onions in our products, specifically the red onion. So red onions are packed with nutrients that can potentially benefit hair health. Red onions are rich in sulfur, a key component of keratin, which helps strengthen hair strands and promote growth. So without enough sulfur, hair becomes weak and breaks easily. So sulfur also helps keep the hair growth phase longer, making hair look fuller and healthier. And that's the goal. You want your hair to grow and to be at this healthiest state as it possibly can be or can get. So with products like I said, that ingredients does help. And it also red onions is a natural source of quercetin, a potent antioxidant that can improve hair growth and circulation. Many of different clients reported decrease of hair fall and improved softness after using the red onions remedies, doing it yourself. So if they was doing it themselves, whatever, online, you probably see it like there, different places, whatever, how people was saying that they see benefits of using red onion, the juice part of it, or some people even put the red onion on their actual scalp and let it sit over a period of time, but the juice is what really matters. But the antioxidants are good for so much things. For your health, it's good for a lot of other things too. Let's see. So, and they are very high in antioxidant properties of the red onion can be partly beneficial for the health of your scalp as well, which is where the hair growth cycle begins. Additionally, the antimicrobial properties of red onions juice can help maintain a clean and healthy scalp, reducing the risk of infections that might impede hair growth. So, talk about the red onions. So, red onions dates back way back, medieval times. That was like one of those remedies they used back in the day for their health growth and health strengthening. I mean, it goes back way, way ancient times. So some of your ancestors know they probably use those ingredients too as well to maintain their hair growth and hair loss. And if you go to some of the other countries right now, some of them are still using those remedies, and that's how they grow their hair like super crazy and be buying their extensions and adding to our hair, you know. So, but let's go to about the science behind the red onions for the hair growth. Oh, before we get there. So you can see that how a lot of the ingredients, well, majority of all the ingredients that we're using, they all interact together, making sure that the hair is good, the strands stuff are healthy, making it stronger. Also about the scalp, make sure the scalp getting back healthy if it's not healthy, or to maintain the healthiness of your scalp. As well as making the sheen, the natural shine in your hair, come from within to outside, and you can see that with all of the ingredients, it all helping and stimulating the scalp, the helping the blood circulation, all those different things are working together. Like I said, you want to know what your products does and make sure that it's actually helping one another instead of working against whatever one another, so you get achieve the healthy hair that you want. So they go back talk about the science behind red onions for hair growth. So red onions contain several bioactive compounds that contribute to hair health. Sulfur compounds, are rich in sulfur, which helps boost collagen production and strengthen hair follicles. Quercetin a powerful antioxidant that fights free radicals damaging hair cells. We talked about free radicals in part one. Well, actually, in part two, but part one and two are together. The video that's out there on my other platforms, this platform too as well. But antimicrobial properties help combat scalp infections that may contribute to hair loss. And they improve circulations, stimulates blood flow to hair follicles for better nutrient delivery. And then let's see. Oh, here's another study. So in 2002, a study published in the Journal of Dermatology found that applying onion juice twice daily resulted in significant hair regrowth in patients with alopecia areata. Let's talk about key benefits for hair health. So the key benefits for hair health with the red onion, it stimulates hair follicles, encourages dormant follicles to enter growth phase, reduces hair fall, strengthens hair roots, and reduces breakage, fights dandruff. Antimicrobial properties help maintain scalp health, add sheen, nourish hair cuticles for healthier looking hair, and prevents premature graying. And toxins help maintain natural hair color. So, remember we were talking about collagen. It was a study about collagen might help with premature hair growing too. So you also see that onion does the same thing. So I'm trying to stay on tech for somebody to come in the door, but I'm keep going right now. But just recapping what we talked about the red onion. So red onion, the sulfur compounds, quercetin, antimicrobial properties, improve circulations. So we're gonna move on to caffeine. How caffeine helps the hair growth. So I'll be right back. I'm back. So let's continue about the caffeine. So let's talk. So how to use caffeine for hair growth? What actually works? So topical caffeine can stimulate hair growth by counteracting the hormone-driven process that shrinks hair follicles. Remember we talked about that too, about your follicles can shrink, and then if they shrink, then some things can actually interact with the hair, whatever, it can choke the hair, make the hair break. So, but it was a lab study showed caffeine concentration as low as 0.001% to 0.005% can reverse the suppressive effects of testosterone on hair follicles, with measurable increases in hair shaft length within 120 hours of application. The most practical ways to get caffeine to your scalp are caffeine-based topical products and brewed coffee rinses. Okay, so I'm telling you, these products are awesome. And you see how those ingredients that's in there, they all are working together to achieve healthy hair. Let's see. So caffeine promotes hair growth. So pattern hair loss happens when a hormone called DHT, byproduct of testosterone, gradually miniaturizes hair follicles, making each growth cycle produce thinner, shorter strands until the follicle stops producing visible hair altogether. So caffeine works against this process in several ways. So the first way is caffeine blocks an enzyme called, I'm about to check this word up, but it's okay because I'm not here to educate y'all on the correct pronunciation of grammar. I'm just here to give you information about the ingredients that's actually in the products. But somebody said we didn't even go there. Let's start it over. Okay, the first caffeine blocks an enzyme called phosphodiesterase inside follicle cells. This raises levels of signaling molecules that drive cell metabolism and proliferations, essentially giving follicle cells more energy to grow. Second, caffeine directly interacts a growth inhibiting protein that testosterone triggers in hair follicles. So removing one of the brakes DHT puts on hair production. Third, Caffeine increases expressions of insulin like growth factor 1, a key promoter of hair growth, in both male and female follicles. Interestingly, research on isolated hair follicles found that female follicles respond more strongly to caffeine than male follicles. Both sexes benefits, but women may see a greater relative effect from a same concentration. So the product works. It works. And then let's see. Something else I want to tell you guys. Okay. So we just talk about this. So topical products versus coffee rinses. There are two main approaches. Commercial caffeine products formulated specifically for hair and do-it-yourself coffee rinses you make at home. So commercial caffeine shampoos, serums, and topical liquids typically contain caffeine at a standardized concentration, often around 0.2%, and are designed to deliver it efficiently to the scalp. A multi-center clinical study compared a 0.2% caffeine topical liquid against 5% minoxidil, the most widely used hair loss treatment in men with pattern hair loss, finding caffeine perform comparably. Caffeine penetrates scalp skin well, which is why it shows up in so many hair care formulations and why the topical route is favored over drinking coffee for this purpose. Let's see. A systematic review of caffeine and hair studies confirmed that topical caffeine consistently demonstrated hair growth benefits or reduced hair loss with minimal adverse effects across most studies. Only one study looked at oral caffeine intake. So, and the evidence was far weaker. Drinking coffee simply doesn't deliver a meaningful concentration or caffeine directly to your follicles. So the exterior for the caffeine works better than the intake for your follicles. So I just want to give y'all those two different things that we ingredients that we discussed today, which was the coffee. Well, I'll take that back. Before coffee, it was the red onion and the caffeine. But give me a few. I will be back to go over the recap of everything that we talked about. But somebody give me a couple. Okay, so I'm back to recap the two ingredients I talked about today, which was the red onion and the caffeine. So to recap real quick, red onions stimulates the hair follicles, reduces the hair fall, fights dandruff, adds sheen, prevents premature graying, and the caffeine it stimulates the hair growth. So it's a stimulator as well, and it also have a lot of antioxidant in the hair. They help the hair grow, as well as help the scalp and the hair growth, to healthy hair. And then the caffeine also improve the barrier function in the scalp. So I'm telling you guys, you gotta try these products. If you haven't, when you do, you will love it. And your scalp will thank you, and your hair strands will thank you as well. But until next time, I'm going to try to come back and talk to you about some more other ingredients in the products that's on the front of the bottle at least. Give me a few. If I don't get back today, I will talk to you later. Thank you.